Hello, this is Osama Khurshid Khan with program Cutting Edge. Today we will talk about the first State of the Union address by the United States President Donald J. Trump. President Donald Trump delivered his first State of the Union address on Tuesday night. A very lengthy speech in which he largely revisited his accomplishments over his first year in Oval Office and offered a handful of proposals he'd like to see considered in the coming year. Viewers, I have jotted down some of the pertinent points from his address and wants to share it with you. So, heading the top of the list is America First. Audience, let me tell you that Trump ran and won on the idea that he would always put the country first. And Blue-Eyed Boy did the same. He made good on that promise in his State of the Union address. For the first hour of the speech, Trump talked about nothing but domestic policies like tax cuts, the economy, the trade, regulatory reforms, immigration. Interestingly, we can analyze that Trump is not using the America First as a piece of a rhetoric. He is heavily focused on making it a policy reality as well. So, now discussing the second point, the Trump glorification. As the precedence has been set for the State of the Union address that half of the portion is set for the past accomplishments and the half portion is declared for laying out of a vision for future governance. In recent address, the tables have been turned by the Trump. Analyzing his whole speech, the President of the United States actually done opposite. He glorified himself and his accomplishments in first year with the ratio of 85% of his speech, and for the 15% he discussed the future course of the United States of America. Now jumping towards the third point, which is more interesting because Obama actually did the Obama eraser. Much of the Trump speech as a candidate was the anti-Barack Obama and the Republicans, who in Obama saw everything they disliked about big government liberals. And he was like, eat it up. Trump has spent his first year governing as the anti-Obama as well, or more accurately or precisely, the Obama eraser. He pushed for the repeal of the individual mandate. He has stripped out regulation after regulation point into place by Obama. And on yesterday night, Trump announced his plans to keep the Guantanamo Bay prison in Cuba open, a direct rebuttal to Obama's long-made and long-failed pledge to close the prison. Remember that prior to running for president and even during his bid, Trump lacked any early throughout set of policy prescriptions. And mildly of that, he reacted, or in Trump's lingo, counterpunched against what Obama had done as president. He just kept going it on Tuesday night. Now, discussing the most vital point, which is skipping the Russia from his speech. Like how on earth he can skip the Russia? Nowhere in Trump's speech did he address even obliquely the special counsel investigation into Russia's attempt meddling in 2016 elections and possible collusion with members of his campaign. In fact, Trump uttered the word Russia only once. That's the most interesting thing in his speech. It's not terribly surprising that Trump in a speech apparently talked about unity and bipartisanship, but wouldn't mention an investigation that is tearing at the heart and soul of the political Washington. And then last, I just want to say that if you're happy with yourself and you know it, clap your hands. Trump did the same thing. He himself clapped for him in the State of the Union address. Let's see what will be more amusing coming in following years. That's all for today, viewers. See you in next program. Take care of yourself and your national affairs. Goodbye.